Hello from Jamieson-Folland with the best way to stretch our hamstrings and our quads. So this is a basic stretch. But what it's actually doing is it's re-educating a part of the muscle, which is kind of like the muscle brain, called the muscle spindle, to work differently. So it actually resets the muscle rather than just a kind of stretch that we can sometimes do and end up doing it just automatically. This is a way to really have the muscle and us think about changing what it's doing, so it can be in a different state when we finish the stretch. So let's start with the quads. Always making sure that when we're doing our quads or any of the hams or quads exercises, that we stabilize our body. In other words, we just hold on to something. So here I'm just going to hold on to a chair, and we're going to be stretching the quadriceps through here. Okay, so these are the muscles that support the front of our knee and actually control our knee and cause the flexion through here of our hip and also the extension of our knee. And it's really important to think about what the muscle does before we stretch it. So come a little closer so you can hear me. All right. So down here, if we think about this muscle coming from the front of you, we've actually got rain just coming, which is why we're hearing a bit of wind. The aim of the stretch is not just to stretch the muscle backwards. What we're going to do is we're going to do a muscle energy technique. And what that means is, like I said, working on the muscle spindles of the muscle. So what we're going to do is imagine that we're pushing our knee forwards against ourselves, so we're resisting. How we're resisting is holding onto the back of our foot. So breathing in and pushing forwards with our knee. As you can see, it doesn't move because I'm holding back with my foot on my leg. So pushing forwards and breathing in for 3. 1, 2, 3. And then relax. And then I gently stretch my muscle back a little. I'll just tuck in my skirt so you can see, and I can hold on. And then the second, we do it a second time. So breathing in and pushing forwards but resisting with my foot. And then relax, stretch a little further and do it again. And then relax. And what we find is we can actually stretch our muscle further when we've finished. Do that 3 times both sides, but alternate. So start on our right leg and then let that rest, and then do our left leg and then alternate 3 times slowly. If you feel any pain, always stop. Always check with your primary healthcare practitioner if you've got any concerns about that. Now, when it comes to our hamstring, it's not so much how far up we stretch. It's more about the fact that we put the muscle coming from the back of the knee up through right into our butt. The ischial tuberosity is the fact that it's on stretch. So for you, you might find that the stretch is more like at this distance that you feel it. So it's not some kind of competition to have our leg go as high as we can. I'm very flexible, so it's easy for me to do this. And we can use the same process of breathing and resisting. So here, what we're aiming to do is to create more of a stretch in this direction. So we're actually stretching that hamstring. Now, how we're going to do the resistance, like we did with our quadriceps, is we're going to be pushing down with our foot against the chair and breathing in, and then we're going to dip down a little bit further. And how I like to do that is by actually bending my knee so that I can get a little bit more stretch, leaning in and bending my knee, and then we create more stretch on the hamstring. So try that for yourself so you know what it feels like. So let's do that stretch. Breathing in and pushing down with our foot. And obviously the chair resists, and then relax, and then stretch a little further. Do it again. And then relax, let it release, and then do it a little further. And then relax, stretch a little further. And you'll find that your muscle has actually lengthened and released, literally, at the end of that particular way of stretching. I trust that's helpful. If you've got any questions, just message me, fee@jamieson-folland.com.